Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to share with you some super simple and delicious Super Bowl appetizers. So if you guys want to see what I came up with, then please keep watching. Alright, first thing we're going to get started, because it takes just a little bit of time to cook, is our Velveeta sausage Rotel dip. I don't really know what to call it. I just know that my dad has been making it for years and we absolutely love it. So all it is basically is one large cube of Velveeta cheese. I've got 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of sausage. So we're going to combine all of that into our crock pot, along with a can of Rotel. Now if you like it more spicy, you can do the spicy Rotel, but I am doing the regular one here. So we're going to dump all of that in, give it a good stir, and that's going to cook for about 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. You do not want it to stick or burn. And once it's done, you can go ahead and shut that off. So here's what it looks like when it's all done. It's nice and melted and gooey and delicious. This stuff never lasts in my house past the day I have a party. It is usually the first thing gone, so you must try this recipe. It is super yummy. Alright, next thing is our brownies. We're kind of going out of order here, but these take a long time to set and to cool, so we can cut them into our football shapes. So I'm basically just going to make the brownie mix according to the package. Spray my nonstick spray on my long pan. I want them to be good and thin, so if you have a bigger pan, that's even better. You can get more brownies out of this, since my cookie cutter is kind of large. So here's what they look like. I let it cool for about an hour. Got some cream cheese frosting, and then my football cookie cutter. I got it from Amazon. It is quite large. I think it made like 6 footballs, so you can always try to find a smaller one, or make 2 boxes of brownies if you have more people. So here I am just cutting it out. Now we're going to take our frosting, put it into a Ziploc bag. If you have a piping bag, even better, but a Ziploc bag works just fine. I cut the little tip off. Now we're going to add our laces to our footballs. And this is it. Super simple and yummy and festive. Alright, now we're going to get started on my favorite, which is the little mini slider Big Macs. I'm going to go ahead and cut up a half of a yellow onion. And I'm going to take that leftover ground beef I used from the dip, and we're going to brown all of that together. Now I'm going to take my rolls. I got these from the Walmart bakery. You can use the Hawaiian sweets, whatever you want. It's up to you. Now I'm only going to make 6 because this is just for my immediate family. But of course, if you have a party, definitely make more. However, this recipe will make enough for all of those pieces of bread, for all of those buns there. So go ahead and split it in half. Be very careful here. We're only going to be putting the bottom half in the oven. I did end up taking the tops off of this tray so they don't get too toasty. We'll put them on later. Now we're going to take our beef and our onion mixture. I added some salt and some garlic, as well as a little bit of pepper just for seasoning. We're going to go ahead and dump that onto our little bottoms of our buns there. So now we're going to take our American cheese. I think I used like 6 slices for this little set, basically a slice per slider. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese on. Now if you don't like pickles, you might not like this recipe or Big Macs in general, but I'm going to go ahead and put my pickle slices here on top of the cheese. I put a lot of pickles. We love pickles in my house. Now this is the secret Big Mac sauce. I will link it down below, but it's basically just mayo, mustard, vinegar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and that's it. It's super yummy. I did it overnight so it would get nice and set and had time to marry together. And then I just put some ketchup on top, and now we're going to pop that in the oven at about 375 for about 10-15 minutes. As you can see, I put my buns back. I am going to be putting butter on top of them, as well as some sesame seeds, and we'll pop it back in the oven for another 10 minutes just to get nice and toasty. Now I went ahead and shredded up and washed some lettuce. This is romaine lettuce. A typical Big Mac is iceberg, but I couldn't find any. You use what you have or skip it altogether, completely up to you. Now we're just gonna assemble our burgers, cut them down the middle to separate them. And look how yummy, guys. This was so good. I absolutely love this recipe. It is a keeper for sure. Tastes just like a Big Mac. All right, moving on, we're gonna be doing our little tater tot skewers. So I'm just going to spray my pan. Now these are seasoned already, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some more seasoning because they're not seasoned enough for my liking. So I'm using some Lowry seasoning salt. Stick that in the oven, cook it according to the package instructions, get them nice and brown and golden. Now I'm going to be taking my little skewers or my kebab sticks and just pushing them on. I did about 5 per stick. You don't want it too big. It's kind of supposed to be finger food. Once I got them all on, I'm going to go ahead and put my sharp cheddar cheese and my bacon on there. And I will add the green onions at the very end. You don't want them to get too browned in the oven. So we're going to pop this in the oven for about 15 minutes on 375, just so they get nice and golden. You can even do less time and higher temperature, completely up to you. Alright guys, that's my recipes. As you can see, I served my dip with some Fritos and some Tostitos scoops, and that is all. These recipes are all super simple, easy to do, pretty quick, and they are definite crowd pleasers. So let me know in the comments below if you try any of these recipes. Also, let me know who you're rooting for this year in the Super Bowl. But if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!